Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my predictions, keyword predictions of tomorrow's 2014, the Game Awards 2014, if you want to say that. For those who don't know, these are the official video game awards. Previously, back in, I think last year, which was the nightmare of VGA awards. Really, the Joel McHale hosted video game award that I'm pretty sure was critically panned by every single gamer, or essentially anyone who was watching it with a Twitter account, just completely bashing it for just the lack of passion and just stereotypical betrayals of gamers. And it feels like this year they're doing much better. I've been reading a bunch of different articles from different multiple gaming websites saying that the Game Awards are trying to melt the Oscars and E3. So I feel like tomorrow's event's going to be more professional, and hopefully they can get rid of the stereotypical, bullshit and just focus on who gamers really are. And we're clearly not these extreme stereotypes of I don't want to bring this up, but I will bring it up. Jeff Keighley, the infamous Jeff Keighley, Mountain Dew and Doritos, basically that image has been seared into the minds of just gamers, and especially Jeff Keighley. I'm pretty sure, he's drinking like a lot of vodka after that sort of incident. So hopefully the Game Awards 2014 are much better. So I'm going to do a prediction list of who I think is going to win. So as you can see right now, it's actually fan voted, and just a quick note, I didn't have enough time to put together like a much fancier video, so I'm just going to use the website. I am in the middle of exam season, so hopefully you will understand. So let's start off with, should we start off with Game of the Year? Actually, no, let's see all of the categories. So we have Game of the Year, Developer of the Year, Best Independent Game, Best Mobile or Handheld Game, Best Narrative, Best Soundtrack, Best Performance, probably by actors. Games for Change. What is Games for Change? I don't know what that is. I guess we'll find out. Best Remaster. I can't believe that's an actual category, but there has been a lot of remasters this year. Best Shooter. Classic. Best Action Adventure. Another classic. RPG. Again. Best Fighting Game. Best Family Game. Best Sports and Racing. This was imminent because there wasn't a lot of, racing games this year. There's a lot of sports games. There's always going to be a lot of sports games every year. If it isn't Madden or NHL or a whole slew of different sports games, UFC, it's going to happen. But racing, on the other hand, not so much. And sometimes your great driving games like Forza, and sometimes your oh god, what is that game? It's not The Crew. Sometimes your Drive Club. Moving on, and also the final award, Best Online Experience. Where do we start? Let's just go down. We'll save Game of the Year for last, but let's just go down the list. So, Best Developer of the Year, we have. Let me do my official voice. And the nominees are Blizzard, Monolith, Nintendo, Telltale, Ubisoft Montreal. I kind of gave myself away over there. So, who do I think is going to win? I guess just to say right off the back, right off the back, I'm gonna say I'm gonna probably give this to. I feel like Nintendo. I think Nintendo. They were kind of in a corner this year with the Wii U, but they've really just risen themselves from the grave, either with Mario Kart 8 and Super Smash Bros. I think they've done a really good job in sort of putting more fuel into their Wii U fire, if you will. All right, let's move on to Best Mobile and Handheld Game. We have Bravely Default. We have Hearthstone, Monument Valley, Super Smash Bros. 3DS, and Threes. Yep. This is an interesting topic. This is definitely an interesting category. I feel like I think I'm gonna go with. I think I will go with Hearthstone. I think Hearthstone will actually win the best mobile because they have the iPad app. And if it's not Hearthstone, then you can bet your bottom dollar it's gonna be Super Smash Bros. 3DS. Because that's kind of the reason I bought my 3DS, and I've been enjoying the hell out of that. All I'm saying, it's good toilet gaming, or really any mobile gaming is. Moving on, best score. Let's see. So we have Alien Isolation, Child of Light, Destiny, Sunset Overdrive, and Transistor. Transistor. Just listen to it, okay? Just listen to this brilliant soundtrack, okay? It's amazing. I can't even describe how amazing the Transistor soundtrack is. So really, you need to check that out. Games for Change. What is Games for Change, I'm wondering? Well, I can tell you right now. What I think is going to win, I feel like The Last of Us Left Behind is going to win. Now, is it Games for Change because it's kind of dealing with, I guess, different points of view or perspective? I mean, if we look at Last of Us Left Behind, sort of, I guess, the big sort of reveal that happens at the end, I won't spoil what it is, but a certain character gets fleshed out in a specific way that sort of is tailored to another audience, but still really fleshes out that certain character's name. And really, it's just a great piece of DLC. All right, moving on to Best Shooter. We have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Destiny, Far Cry 4, Titanfall, and Wolfenstein: The New Order. Well, I think personally, I feel like Wolfenstein: The New Order is gonna win just because it's one of the best narrative-driven shooters of the year. But then again, if we look at Call of Duty, I think it seems to me that Call of Duty Advanced Warfare is sort of the best Call of Duty we've seen ever since in Modern Warfare 1. So I think it's either Advanced Warfare or Wolfenstein. But I feel like Titanfall right now is just completely out of just everyone's mind. That came out like March 11, 2014, I believe. And we all know the problems with Destiny, some of the problems people have with that game. So, and Far Cry 4, I could say it's Far Cry 3, but a much prettier and more open world. So, if you haven't played Far Cry 3, really recommend it. Best role playing, another category I love. We have Bravely Default, Dark Souls 2, Divinity, Dragon Age Inquisition, and South Park: Stick of Truth. I think it's going to be South Park: Stick of Truth. I think everyone has been arguing that this is the best licensed video game, and I played it, and it's if you're a fan of South Park, which I am, I think you're just gonna die for this game. You're gonna love it. Of course, you probably played it, so you can agree. If you're not, I think right now on PSN, PSN, you can pick it up on a sale for I think it was $17 or $16. But yeah, it's pretty cheap right now. So if you're looking for some winter gaming, definitely pick up probably one of the best RPGs / licensed video games. But I mean, if you're a South Park fan, you probably already have this. So why am I trying to convince you, really? So best family game. We have Disney Infinity 2.0, Fantasia, and Mario Kart 8, Skylanders, Trap Team, and Tamagotchi Life. So it's really interesting because when you take Skylanders, Trap Team, and then Disney Infinity 2.0, we obviously know that Disney right now is just huge, of course. I mean, they own Marvel and Star Wars, so they have huge properties. But then we also have Skylanders here that's like an established brand. So that's very interesting. And also we have another huge title here, something that was really critically acclaimed with Mario Kart 8. So I have best family game. I don't think Tamagotchi left, really, but I think just because it's an established brand right now, it's probably gonna be Skylanders. I think it just has as many games, and I've heard a lot of good things about that. Or I think maybe that was Swap Force. No, actually, no, it was Trap Team. So I think Skylanders, it's more of a established brand. It'll probably win. Or Disney Infinity 2.0. Same concept, different games. So moving on to best online experience. So I'm wondering, is this for like online experience like overall or like the community? Because something about the Call of Duty community is not going to sit well. So okay, so let's continue. We have Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, Dark Souls 2, Destiny, Hearthstone, and Titanfall. This is the best online experience. I think like when they mean online experience, how it plays, its stability. So I think I'm gonna go with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I think that might win. I don't know about Titanfall. Maybe Titanfall. I think they're kind of at this point. Maybe they want to give the jury and the judges want to give Titanfall an award, and I feel like best like online experience could be a possibility for Titanfall. So I think, yeah, we'll go with Titanfall. Yeah. Oh, we got to the fan choice. Okay, let me just scroll back up here. Let's move on to the different category. Don't worry, I'll tell you my fan choices. All right. Best independent game. Broken Age, Act 1. And Monument Valley, Shovel Knight, Transistor, The Vanishing of Ethan Carter. Shovel Knight, oh my god. Yeah, I think this is gonna win, and this is probably my personal pick. Just go play Shovel Knight. It's great. It's fantastic. Oh my god, it's I don't know, man. It's just amazing. Shovel Knight was one of those games where I think it was like a sleeper hit. In my opinion, it was a sleeper hit, but it really, I mean, it's on the screen. You need to see and play that game. And also, I think another runner-up would be Transistor. Another really gorgeous game by Supergiant. And, of course, they did Bastion. So, I mean, it's the team that brought you Bastion. Another great indie game, so, trust them. Let me scroll down here. Best narrative. Ooh, this is an interesting one. All right, best narrative. South Park: The Stick of Truth, The Walking Dead Season 2, The Wolf Among Us, Valiant Hearts, The Great War, and Wolfenstein. So who do I think is going to win or be chosen for best narrative? Let's take out South Park. I don't think that'll win. I think the main ones we have here, we have to think about Telltale. Telltale they make some of the best narrative-driven games, of course. The Walking Dead, Season 1, critically acclaimed, won Game of the Year. I think it actually won the 2012 VGA X Game of the Year award. So I mean, if you haven't played The Walking Dead, the Telltale one, if you plan to buy a Walking Dead game and you see Daryl Dixon on the cover, just run away immediately. Do not play that game. I forgot the Survival Instincts. That's what it was. The Walking Dead Survival Instinct is a complete, just you open up the box and it might as well just be like a turd in the box. But anyways, moving on. The Wolf Among Us. I think that's another Telltale game. Really, I guess it matters what the judges will think. Both these games, their story are excellent. Both two comic book based, video games. I think they would lead more into The Walking Dead Season 2, only because it's more established. We'd already had that first season. And Wolf Among Us it's the first season, and I'm doing air quotes. This is really great for audio. And like I said before, Wolfenstein: The New Order, great narrative for a first-person shooter. But then again, that's not saying a lot. And Valiant Hearts, another great game. Really good narrative. Just really, real sad. You'll know which part. Okay, moving on. Best performance. Those are going to be actors. Those are going to be the actors, the directors, the real talent portion. All right. Let's see. Oh, we got some pretty... That's funny. Trey Parker as various voices. I love his role as various voices, okay? I think various voices is one of my favorite characters of this year, okay? Various voices, just an incredible character. So much depth, really. Anyways, who do I think would win? Yeah, Adam did put a good performance as Bigsby. It was good. Kevin Spacey did a really good one. He essentially did his House of Cards spiel, but then again, he is playing Frank Underwood, and he did his Frank Underwood, I guess not impression, but he did play. He was good in the role because he got used to playing that. Oh, Clem, all the feels. This could be a possible win. And I want to talk about this Troy Baker as Talion in Middle of the Shadows of Mordor. I feel like Troy Baker should have been nominated for Pagan Min for Far Cry 4, and they have Far Cry 4 on this list. So I'm kind of confused why they would nominate Troy for Talion's performance. It was a good performance, but I mean, personally, me and everyone else that has played Far Cry 4, I feel like they have decided that Ming is essentially Voss, but this year's version, which again goes back to my theory of Far Cry 4 being 3, but more enhanced. So we have both games excellent antagonists. Moving on to Best Remaster. And I already think I know who's going to win. Let's see, Grand Theft Auto 5, excellent game. Pokemon Omega Ruby and Sapphire. That's kind of strange, eh? If two games can be kind of put into the same category, but I think in this case, Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire could be made an exception. The Last of Us Remastered, the Master Chief Collection, and Tomb Raider: The Definitive Edition. Okay. So here is who I think is going to win, and my personal pick. And that is, hopefully if I can get the internet working, scroll, baby, scroll. There you go. I think it's The Last of Us Remastered. I really do. I think right now, if you have a PS4 and you've either never had a PS3 or a Sony console, or if you just missed out on The Last of Us Remastered, you need to play this game. Okay? This is one of the best games I've ever played. And I've played a lot of games. They take The Last of Us off PS3 and they polish it up. They take this diamond that has a couple scratches on it compared to Remastered, and they take it and they give it a new coat and they change it. They make it a better diamond. They make it a better game. And honestly, it's one of my favorite games of the year. Might be even be on my Game of the Year list, but I feel like that's kind of unfair for being a remaster. Grand Theft Auto, another good remake. First person mode is great. I actually just got Omega Ruby like 2 days ago, so I've been going through that game as a I remember Ruby being one of my favorite Game Boy games. And let's see, we have the Master Chief Collection. Either it's awesome that 343 were able to take Halo 2 and make it as good as it looks right now. But I mean, that multiplayer, oof, a huge misstep for 343 and Microsoft. And I actually would recommend Tomb Raider, the Definitive Edition. If you haven't played Tomb Raider, yeah, definitely pick that up. You can pick it up on sale, either Steam, PSN, or just buy it outright. I mean, it's definitely worth your money. Best action adventure: Alien Isolation, Assassin's Creed Unity, Bayonetta 2. Sorry, I shouldn't laugh at the categories. That's very unprofessional, I'm sorry. Bayonetta 2, Shadows of Mordor, Sunset Overdrive. So just to get right off the bat, the Alien Isolation, what really constitutes as a action-adventure game? Is the action, the aliens pursuing you? Because this is definitely this is a horror game. I mean, through and through. Isolation clearly is synonymous with horror. And of course the Alien franchise. And fucking Xenomorphs, because they're fucking terrifying. And so I don't think it'll be Alien Isolation. Still a good game. Still definitely pick it up if you're an Aliens fan. Definitely better than that piece of shit Colonial Marines. And, well, we all know that. And Assassin's Creed Unity, just broken on launch. They had to patch the living shit out of it, cancel their DLC, their season pass, just basically do a huge backtrack. And just, I think it's at launch, Assassin's Creed Unity is just a massive disappointment. Bayonetta 2. Wow. Just Platinum just outdoing themselves from the first game. Honestly, I did buy a Wii U, and I remember just doing some system updates, and I went into the eShop. I just downloaded a couple of demos. Like, oh, Bayonetta 2, I've heard good things about this. When I played that demo, I immediately, it said, when you go to, at the end of most demos where it's like, would you like to buy the game? I couldn't hit that button fast enough. I immediately bought it. I was so convinced. And playing it, it's incredible. You need to play Bayonetta 2, one of the best games of the year. And Shadow of Mordor, also another excellent game. Really came out of nowhere and really showed us how awesome that video game was. And one of the most innovative titles this year. Of course, I'm talking about the Nemesis system. Just changing enemy AI for the better. And Sunset Overdrive, I think overall people think that's it's a fun game. It's definitely an adventure and action. There's definitely another good title from Insomniac, which I love. And let's go fighting games. I don't think this is going to be a contest. I'm just going to read out the names as it's basically a formality. And the nominees are Super Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers, Super Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, Smash Brothers, and the winner is Super Smash Brothers Wii U. Moving on. Best sports and racing game. This'll be fun. Alright, so FIFA 15, Forza Horizon 2, Mario Kart 8, and NBA 2K15, and Trials Fusion. Yeah, no, I'm not surprised that Trials is in this category. So who do I think is going to win? I think it's going to be Mario Kart 8. Really, when you think about it, but it's definitely, if there was a separate category for racing, it would be Mario Kart 8. Sports, it would probably be NBA 2K15. But yeah, I think it's perfect. They're right next to each other, so I think these would win. But between 2K15 and Mario Kart 8, it's going to be Mario Kart 8 in the category of best sports racing game. Alright, so let's move on to the fan choice. So, just a little backstory here. I'm not really into the esports scene, so I'll show you the nominees for esports team and player of the year, but I can't comment on them. if I were to comment on them, it would be lying to you, and I don't want to do that to my audience. But what I do know is next year's games, and let's see. Right now, it's actually, I think there's live poll results, and wow, this is not surprising. We have The Witcher 3, which I think is hugely anticipated, and Batman Arkham Knight in second place, Uncharted 4 in third, Evolve in fourth, and Bloodborne in fifth. I think Bloodborne has kind of dropped to the fifth because I think it's either the delay or maybe just all of the other nominees. But wow, this is a tough decision. Who do I think is going to win? Well, it clearly looks like The Witcher's going to win. So I think, for my personal opinion, oh man, these are some of my favorite games of the last like 2 years. Oh boy. Wow. I can't really say a lot about Uncharted 4 because we really haven't seen anything. We've seen a lot of these two games. There's been some excellent trailers and cinematics for both games. Most anticipated game of 2015. I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to go with Batman Arkham Knight. But it's probably going to be Witcher 3. I mean, let's be honest. But I mean, we could pull some support for Batman Arkham Knight, so it could happen. Let's go with best fan creation. No surprise, Twitch plays Pokemon. Really kind of this like weird sleeper hit fan sort of thing. I mean, just the basic concept of a fish, or sorry, Twitch playing Pokemon and just chaos. I'm thinking of Fish plays Pokemon. That's not a thing. Well, it was a thing, but it's not as popular as Twitch playing Pokemon. Just the utter chaos of just thousands upon thousands of people commenting on one video, and just the whole chaos and I forgot what chaos and diplomacy system. That was pretty funny. I like that. And second place we have the Luigi Death Stare, which is always funny when it came out. That was a huge meme. I think that actually helped Mario Kart 8 get its followers, even though it didn't really need any help. Best Zelda rap ever. What was that? Minecraft, Titan City. That's impressive. Yeah, I remember that video. That's any like city you can make in like Minecraft just shows a level of dedication. Yeah, Mine the Diamond by Tobuscus. I'm surprised that's fifth. Seems that his audience is going down. But yeah, it seems like Twitch Plays Pokemon is about to win. But I kind of really like the Luigi Death Stare. It's simple, it's fun. It's kind of like a meme. So nothing says like gaming culture like the internet. Let's go trending game. Oh, cool. You're so trending? Oh, trending gamer. Pfft. I feel like an asshole. Anyways. Oh, wow. That's great. Oh my god, I'm such a huge fan of Total Biscuit. Oh, John, I'm so proud of you. And we got Jeff Gersman, another great guy. PewDiePie at 3. Wow. You think with his fan base that PewDiePie would be at 3? That's kind of crazy. And got Evan. Yeah. Not surprised. Yeah, I'm not surprised there too. So yeah, no, I think I want Total Biscuit to win, and he looks like he's about to win. So that's great. All right, let's wrap this up with Game of the Year. Year. Let's go Bayonetta 2. Okay. This is gonna be kind of a big decision. Or how do you really decide the opinions of other people? You can try, and I'll definitely try here. So let's see: Bayonetta 2, Dark Souls 2, Dragon Age, Inquisition, Hearthstone, and Shadow of Mordor. I feel I should go through each game. And very... don't know if I should keep you waiting. This is turning into like a 30-minute video. Who do I think? I think that the game of the year, I predict that the game of the year will be, I think it's gonna be Bayonetta 2, actually. Yeah. No, I definitely think it was extremely well reviewed. I'm pretty sure I've been reading a couple of reviews, and there's been 10s, 9s just thrown out. It's been getting critical acclaim. I've been giving it critical acclaim. This is a great game. I think it's a big win for Nintendo to have this on their console exclusively. And I think Bayonetta 2 is such a value because you get Bayonetta 1 also on the disc, which I love. That's great. I mean, you get 2 amazing games, for the price of 1. And I think, honestly, Nintendo should probably just bundle this with some of their Wii U's. Definitely pick up some of the sales. But it doesn't seem like Bayonetta 2 needs any help with that. But yeah, that's my prediction for Game of the Year. And I guess with that is all of my predictions for the Game Awards for 2014. I hope you guys enjoyed. So leave a comment down below if you agree, disagree. If you want, give me a whole list of who you think is going to win. We'll debate, have a conversation down there. And as always, make sure to like the video if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel. And thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure I'll see you guys on Twitter when this all goes down. Let's hope it doesn't turn out like this.